live over here where we are.
So people are saying that.
Well, there's nobody there at the moment, but how am I going to do that? All right. And could you get, with that gaffer tape, go just get that gaffer off the floor again. Could you just wrap off a bit of gaffer? We want to just tape that to there. And no, well, if we actually take a longer piece, or maybe there's actually, now we can use both pieces. So one goes, we want to go just around the edge, but not too far because that's where the camera is. Hello there to whoever just joined us on the channel. Guys, we're getting, if only I had a camera that you could physically see the technical setup that we have got here. This is, I swear right now that if the media outlets could see us, they'd be wanting John and I on board to do their live crosses. Now, let me see if I can figure out how to adjust this. Okay, sitting on that. Could you just sit on the couch, please, John, so I can get you your head zoomed in? Okay.
Hang in there, team.
The joy of gaffer tape. Now, can you see yourself on the screen?
Yeah,
no, I can see the
lost
head.
my head.
Okay, let's zoom. Let's go back.
There
I'm
we
not,
go.
I'm not going to try.
Still lost my head.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't go back.
If you go back, can you go?
No,
back?
if I go back, then we'll be too far away, and the audio will be terrible. Just tape that at the top.
That's Ian's hand. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay. All right, that will have to do it.
All right, team.
Okay. All righty. Man, talk about high tech. I need a glass of water. Talk to the people, John.
All right, guys. Well, it's finally here. Today is the day. Sorry, we're running a little bit late there. We had a couple of technical issues, as you would have just seen there with Ian. We're very, very happy to have this drawn done today. Obviously, we ran into a couple of hiccups, and we had to bring the draw early and close the draw. But the good news is the charities are getting money out of this. Car 32 has been paid this morning, and these schools getting their money tomorrow. And the other good news is, I guess, instead of 1 in 600 chances of winning, it is now 1 in 159 chance of winning. So good luck, and thank you to all of you guys out there that has donated and liked what we've been doing for you guys. And I'm sure between Helium Queensland Group and Helium Down Under, there'll be some more competitions and draws and raffles coming out over time, and be exciting to get all this done.
Yeah, what I'm doing at the moment, guys, just bringing up the spreadsheet. I worked night shift last night, so literally the joys of live TV and live YouTube is the fact that about 15 minutes ago I was still asleep and right now feeling very doughy in the head. So excuse me whilst I get all the data up here.
Now, I hope you guys are all ready for the POC 11, hopefully coming out on the 18th. I believe that's tomorrow. So fingers crossed. I hope you got all your DVI antennas and your heights and everything placed into your apps there. So we're all ready to go. Obviously, there'll be a couple of days of the system sort of sinking in and getting used to all the new POC 11 features. But yeah, it should be good for us all.
Now, what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to just basically show you, this is a very non-technical draw here. So I have seen some YouTube content creators where they're, now actually let's just read that audio, make sure, read the messages. You'd never be, somebody just let us know if you can actually hear us. If you can just give us a thumbs up or do something and say, yes, you can hear us. I can see a moment ago. Better when you get close. Okay. Bit hard to hear the audio. Okay. Unfortunately, it's only, this is all running off my phone, and if we go closer, then guys, the angle is all screwed up with two of us. Well, we can do that as well. We can do that as well.
All right. Grab a seat on the floor.
All right. feel like I'm back in school. All right. Okay. So we've got the hotspot. We've got that sorted. What I have in front of me at the moment. Let's see if I can get down here. Now let's see if we can drop the angle of this stand down a bit. Here we go. All right. Terrific. So I've got what I have in front of me here is the very. Where's my camera angle? Camera is over here. Terrific. Okay. So this is a very non-technical draw. What I have in front of me at the moment is a spreadsheet with all of the names. Unfortunately, all I can do to verify the fact that this is all genuine and legit is to bring my dog over here and he can be the adjudicator, but he doesn't talk very much, so you're just going to have to trust me. But on this list right now, as John was mentioning before, I have 159 names that are on this sheet. Now, just realizing, of course, that some people have purchased multiple tickets. There was no issue with not being able to purchase multiple tickets. In fact, I think just about everybody purchased multiple tickets, some just more than others. So I have got the full list there. What I also have right here, and I'll hold this up on the screen when I draw it so that you can see the number that's been selected. Of course, what it won't allow you to do is know who that is, because I will then need to reference the sheet. But what I have in front of me right here, let's see if I can zoom right in. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to move something here to be able to get close enough. All right, where's the number? Okay, so that number there that says 148 at the moment, just ignore that. If you are number 148, you'll never know because I'm not going to be able to tell you that. Okay, so we have from, let's have a look there. We've got from 1 to 159. That is the ticket numbers. So here we go, live on channel, guys. I'm about to hit the, try and find my key mouse here upside down to hit generate, and let's see what the winning number is. I'm going to turn that around because I can't tell if that's 69 or 96. It is 96.
Hey!
So 96. Let's go back to our spreadsheet, and John and I can both look at this simultaneously, and simultaneously we can read the name out, go up the screen. I'm almost there. Here we are. Okay. That's not you, is it? No. I was going to say. Now, we don't actually have a name. All we've got here is an email address. So now I'm going to guess that this person's name is probably John, but that's about all I can sort of really tell you, or Johnny perhaps. But the email address of the lucky winner is b12johnny.bd@gmail.com. That's a little bit of an anticlimax that I don't have a name to read out and say, yay, you're the winner. It was a bit of a shame that we actually obviously took email addresses as the entrance, but this is the winner. What we are going to do is we do actually have phone numbers for some of these. We don't have a phone number for this particular individual. So all we can do...
Oh, hang on, wait, we do.
We do.
Hang on, let me have a look. Name is Johnny B.
Okay.
Phone number is...
Oh, hang on, here we go.
All states.
We do have a phone number. His name is Johnny B. So at the moment, our phantom donator... and this is where you know that it wasn't John or I, because we can't be in two places at once.
We're about to call you.
Yeah, okay. All right. So let's have a look and see if Johnny B answers the phone. How cool is this?
Hopefully you're on there.
Yeah. And if you're not on there, well, you're going to be on here.
Oh, what did I say?
It's ringing. Congratulations, Johnny boy.
Hello.
Hello, is that John? Johnny?
Yes.
Johnny B? Would that be Johnny B? Johnny B, this is Ian Moore here from the Helium Down Under YouTube channel, and John Diprose from the Facebook group. And sometime in the last week, you purchased a ticket for the Helium Nebra Hotspot giveaway. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, mate, guess what? You're the winner.
Are you watching live at all?
Am I serious?
Sorry, I'm just working. But
You're working. Okay, well, Johnny, yes, I'm deadly serious. I'm holding it at the moment. We have a grand total of 10 people that are watching live, but that's don't be too offended. There's not that many in the group, but everybody's watching live right now, so they're hearing your voice. They probably won't be hearing it very well, but they will be able to hear. So
No swearing.
So congratulations, John. I'm holding your Nebra hotspot up right now for everybody to see. You can't see it, but believe me, it looks great. So now, without telling us specifically and disclosing all of your private information, are you in what part of Queensland are you in?
In Brisbane.
You are in Brisbane. Are you north or south?
North.
North. Okay. So for all of those people in the North Brisbane suburbs, of which there are about a dozen or so of you, I would be looking out very soon for a new Nebra to be hitting the blockchain, because I guess we'll be getting this to you, John. I mean, actually, given what we'll do is talk to you after we've got off the live. And see if, because we were going to post it if you were too far away. I'd be happy enough to drop this off to you tomorrow, possibly even today, depending on exactly where you are.
Express delivery, mate.
And if you'd be happy with that, I can deliver it to you, and we can grab a photo, if you don't mind, to put on the Facebook group to go with it. So excellent. But I'll talk to you in a moment. So for guys, those of you who are, I tell you what, John, just so you can get back to work. We don't want the boss to get upset. Thank you so much for donating, being part of the competition. Congratulations for being the winner. And mate, I'll be looking forward to talking to you again later on this afternoon. And it'll be good to see the Nebra on the blockchain very soon.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you for donating, John, and we'll let you get back to work and we'll talk soon.
Awesome.
All right. See you, buddy.
See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so there we go. So guys, there's our lucky winner. I was actually really just a little bit quietly hopeful that it was going to be actually somebody that was watching the live, but being a shift worker, I know that it sounds like John was actually at work. I don't know what he does, but he has to be working on a Sunday. So good on you, John, for doing whatever that you do.
Lucky he answered the phone. That would have been a bit of a downer.
a bit of a downer. Yeah, we end up with an email and a non-answered phone. But that was actually fantastic. That was really awesome. Okay, so yes, as John was saying at the start, it is really unfortunate that the raffle did get cut short. The Variety Queensland, the Variety Bash is a great cause. So guys, even though the competition couldn't run its full course, feel free to donate at any time if you sort of really would love to help the kids of Queensland. Donating to Variety Club is always a great cause. I have actually been on the Variety Bash, albeit that was back I think it was in 2006, I believe it was the Variety Bash. The Variety Bash that we did was called the Reef to Races, where we went from Cairns all the way down to Birdsville, and we stopped in at, was no fewer than a dozen isolated Indigenous and country town communities, and we had all sorts of festivities for the kids there just to make them smile. But it wasn't for those kids. Well, the whole purpose is obviously to raise funds so that you can truly help kids that are in dire need. And every year, Variety Club gives life-saving equipment to children and to families. They donate wheelchairs, they donate ventilators, they donate things to hospitals that unfortunately the funding is not there for. So I can absolutely tell you from first-hand knowledge, guys, that the work they do is just outstanding. If anybody ever wants to donate, feel free to look them up. I'm sure that there's some way of being able to donate on the website. But with that, I tell you what, have you got any, now we were talking about, I mean, this is really sort of impromptu here. We're just sort of throwing this live. You mentioned the POC version 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so POC version 11, what does it cover? Throwing you to the wolves.
Well, basically, you got to get your antenna DBI pumped into your app there, because they're now going to be recording that.
I was about to say, where's my phone so I can show you the app? Of course, we're using it.
So I don't believe the actual height comes into it, does it? So it's more your antenna DBI settings.
Correct.
Even if you've got, a 3, 5, 8, 10, whatever it may be, the POC 11 will pull it down to whatever the local laws are on the
Yeah.
transmission.
So here in Australia, we have a transmission limit of 30. Now, it's not dBi, and I can't right now think of the acronym, but we'll say that it's 30 dB just for the ease of understanding. So your hotspot, all of the hotspots in Australia are tuned, or in fact all of the hotspots around the world for that matter, they all put out 27 dB. Let's say we'll just use the number they put out, 27. The maximum that is allowable to be transmitted out of your antenna to the surrounding area is 30 within Australia, which means that 27, it means that you can have a 3 dBi antenna, and that will equal the 30. But of course, you also have transmission loss through your coax cable, which will generally be anywhere from maybe 0.5 through to 2 dBi, depending on what sort of length of cable you've got, and if you have a lightning arrestor, and do you have connectors in your cable, and you are permitted to calculate that loss and put that into your dB. So if, for example, you had a 5.8 dBi antenna and you had 2 dB of loss, then you would be putting 3.5 dBi into the Helium app, which means that if anything gets adjusted, it's only going to be adjusted by a small amount because you're now only 0.5 over the allowable limit here in Australia. So that's how it works, guys. It is really important. If anybody currently faces invalid witnesses, and John and I swear that our units just don't like talking to one another. I mean, they are just so totally, they've got some sort of feud going, and they just said, no, bugger you. They'll talk to everybody else.
Yep.
We just won't talk to one another, and we're literally about 2 kilometres apart, line of sight. And that's the very reason we get invalid witnesses on almost every beacon on both sides of the equation. That's because we are so close, and we are both using 5.8, well actually I'm using a 6 dBi, John's using a 5.8 dBi. We're effectively just too close. The POC 11 will hopefully clear that up, because the whole logic behind the utilizing the identifying what is a valid witness and what's not, and what's gaming the system, is going to be changed. And it will mean that our gain antennas will actually now count for something. Unfortunately, what comes with that is the requirements to meet the local regulations in all countries around the world. And for us, it is 30. In the US, it's 36. So over there, the Americans, they do everything big. They can still use their 8 dBi antennas, their 9 dBi antennas, and still be running
Love
legal.
their op sizes.
Yeah. Yeah, would you like fries with that, by the way? But just have pity on those poor folks in Europe. And if there's anybody in Europe watching this, I mean, Helium Down Under channel does have people from around the world, but given that it's probably the middle of the night now, they're probably not watching.
I'm sure they would.
I'm sure they have. Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, you couldn't win, so your interest level was minimal. But over in Europe, it's only 24, which is a long way below us. It also means the hotspot actually transmits less. In the US, I think I mentioned before, around the world it's 27. In fact, that's not correct. If this was an 868 unit, I'm not even sure exactly what the output is. I think it's only 20. But anyway, the units they will adjust based on the frequency, which is why in the lead up to POC 11, there were some supporting changes which really made no difference to us, because those changes were implemented in the background. They're already when POC 11 came on. One of those changes that they made was requiring all units to match the frequency plan of the country that they were in. So for us here in Australia, what that meant is that all of those bobcats that were spread across the country, all working on a different frequency, all working on US 915, have had to be now transferred down to the AU 915, which is great for us. Still doesn't make them legal, okay? So if you're out there looking to buy, it's got me beat why so many people are so rapt about Bobcat when all they seem to see is issues. But anyway, if you love Bobcats, great. I wouldn't suggest them, because right now in Australia, even though they will now work, they're not legal. They don't have RCM certification yet. It is coming, but not available yet.
Ian, do you know what?
What's that, John? I'm going to grab a glass of water.
Guys, give us a thumbs up if you want us to actually open the box. We won't take it out because that's for the winner, but everyone that's participated, and they are quite hard to find, let's have a look.
Yeah,
so give us a thumbs up if you want us to actually open it.
Yeah, because we were actually going to open this box on one of the follow-up videos. Right? Well, we've had one. Okay, one thumbs up is all we need.
That'll do it.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You've got I've got glasses on, haven't I? Let's see if we can open it. It has an anti-tamper seal here, which is actually very difficult to unwrap or unbox.
Right, so just bear with us.
Yeah, just while John's doing that, let's also just take a bit of an impromptu moment to say congratulations to all those people that are in batch 1 of the IoT store SenseCap M1 group. There will be 600 new hotspots on the Aussie map.
Nice.
Very soon, like within the week, they will be in the hands of the customers. I'm expecting mine on Wednesday, and I was pretty much the first order, given that my order was put in with Sam before it was actually launched live on the website. So I would assume I'm number 1 between Wednesday and Friday. Almost guarantee, guys, that everybody that's in patch 1 will get it. Of course, Australia Post is underneath some pretty serious strain, so if it is held up, it's got nothing to do with Sam, and it's just Australia Post. Okay, yeah, enough talk about that. Oh my God, that's not what we're here for. Let's have a look.
All right, well, since this is Helium Down Under's cave, I'm going to let you do the honours.
All right, in my cave. All right, it's just the fact that I trimmed my nails and John didn't. He's a bit embarrassed. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like inside.
Whoa!
Whoa, how daunting is that? We've got a sheet of foam. Okay, and there it is.
Ooh.
All right, so there is actually a hotspot in there, and we can see the Nebra name underneath the plastic, and I can only assume that's probably the power cables, and down there is probably the antenna. But guys, I'm going to leave this, unless John, you really.
Oh no, I think we should let Johnny have the grand unveiling on
Johnny
his own.
B. That way, of course, if Johnny B pulls it out and drops it on the floor, he can't say, well, hey, you guys dropped it on the video. Okay, let's close this.
And a big shout out to anonymous donator. He's very big into charity, especially children charities around Australia. And without him, this wouldn't have been available, and Johnny B wouldn't be having a hotspot so quick.
But anyway, look, I think that's it, guys. I do apologise if there haven't been many Helium Down Under videos over the last couple of weeks. What you will soon find, guys, once you actually have a hotspot in your hand, and especially if you've got multiple and they're spread in different places, you constantly find yourself away setting up an antenna or helping somebody with port forwarding, and my time just hasn't been as much. Don't worry, I haven't gone away. I haven't gone cold on Helium Down Under. I'm just trying to catch up on those first units, so we will have more content pretty soon. An update on the RAC Kelchip ship and what the hell is going on. Well, David, mate, I really wish I could tell you what the hell is going on. In fact, being here in Australia, if we've got any other people from outside, you're not even going to know what I say, but I'm going to say, I don't know what the bloody hell is going on. Look, RAC has obviously had some issues. I don't have any connections with RAC. I actually have a RAC on order. We'll talk about some of the other distributors in a moment, and I can give you an update on what I know. And remembering this is all just going off the top of a very sleepy head, please do excuse me and don't hold me to something if I give you the wrong month. But let's have a look. So RAC. The thing that was recent, we know that they obviously took an abundance of orders, far more than they had the capacity to deliver on. Now, RAC, of course, were the primary manufacturer. They were the ones that were they made the Helium originals, the white ones with the black dot that we've probably all seen in videos and that is part of the most graphics right now. RAC made those for Helium. They then came on, and as far as I'm aware, they were the first manufacturer outside of the originals. There probably would have been a lot of pressure to take a significant amount of orders, and I do think that in RAC's case, I think they've been hijacked by the distributor company, which is Kelchip. So this is just my opinion, guys. Please, if I'm wrong, don't shoot the messenger. You ask for my opinion, I'll give you my opinion. I can't give you facts on this, but I believe that RAC was hijacked by CalChip, and I think CalChip were probably lured by some very big dollar signs from some of the bulk purchasers like Emirates and perhaps, gee whiz, I can't even think of what's the company name that's doing the affiliate marketing, iHub, and a lot of other companies like that. My belief, guys, is that CalChip basically is based on the literature that I'm seeing. RAC seem to be saying that they had this in hand, they've got this sorted, and they have no control over the distributor. That's what their recent communications were stating. Now, we all placed our orders with CalChip. We didn't place our orders with RAC. RAC are now making a brand new unit. Can't even think of what it's called. I didn't purchase one, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
The minted one? Or
yes, the minted. That's the one. Minted. Yeah, the minted. So RAC have now made their own version, and they are marketing that themselves, not through the middleman. Whereas our orders with CalChip sort of sit side by side. So whilst they're both the same manufacturer, guys, they're not the same distributor, and I think that's what the issue is. Really highly unfortunate, because CalChip are obviously a very, they appear to be very reputable, but in this case, there are some questions in my mind. That's just my theory. I don't want to be held responsible for conspiracy theories that maybe end up seeing the innocent turned into the guilty, so I don't know that as a fact. All I know, whoever it was, David, I think, who raised it, mate, if you've got an order in, make sure you do complete the email survey that came out, otherwise your order will be cancelled. My recommendation is, unless, look, the thing is with RAC and with Nebra, for those people that placed orders many, many months ago, you only paid, I think I paid £299, I think was how much I paid for my Nebra units, which never came. Now, I've cancelled them all because I got sick of waiting and went with other manufacturers that could do it, but in the process, I paid almost double the price. So this is another conspiracy potential here, guys, is that the price to manufacture the units has just become so expensive that the manufacturers that took all of those orders at a lot less than what they need to be able to manufacture them are now potentially deliberately going on the go slow, waiting for us to cancel so they don't have to fall through. That's just, it's an idea. And the companies that fall into that bracket are RAC through CalChip, Syncrobit, and Nebra, unfortunately. Whilst we have a Nebra unit, we've probably, John, you're in batch
5, so I'm still holding in there.
Yeah, he's holding in. Yeah, John's. Yeah, he's holding true to the cause. Frankly, I've shook him, I've shaken him, I've showed him my Linkstot, I've showed him my RAC, and yes, unfortunately, he's sticking with his Nebra. But of course, if he was to cancel the Nebra and to go with another one, he would only end up, he would pay almost twice the amount for the unit if he was ordering it today. So it is, if you can wait, then wait. Look, what right now, this is, again, it's definitely not the purpose of this video, but it's just an idea, is that if you are waiting on a Nebra, or you are waiting on a Syncrobit or a RAC, my opinion is that you're probably not likely to see your units anytime soon, but there are many people around the country that have purchased multiple units of either the Linkstot or of the I'm getting all my what have I got?
Heltec?
The Heltec, thank you very much. Yes,
you're welcome.
Which is of course the unit that I now use, the Heltec. So those two units are, and now we've got Seed, which will be landing in days in people's hands. There is a high probability that there are going to be units that are looking for hosts. John currently hosts one of my units while he's waiting for his the Mockingbird. So it's and we do a 50-50 split on the HNT. It helps me because it's got somewhere to host the units right now. It helps build the story, and this is probably the secret here, guys. If you are out looking for hosts, imagine right now somebody comes to you and there is no story. You have no earnings story whatsoever. And you go, hey man, would you like to host one of these things? All you got to do is hook it up to your internet and your power, and look, it's going to make cryptocurrency. And if that person knows nothing about cryptocurrency, it all sounds like a bit of a scam. However, by actually going with somebody who has purchased these units, going with a person who's already waiting, there's no convincing. John was really eager to get his. I'm eager to find somewhere. So John essentially hosts mine for a couple of months. Guess what? I've now got a story, because now I know that my story is that the Mockingbird hates talking to my unit. Yeah, what can I say? It also shows the fact that that our network is definitely far from perfect, but it is improving. It is improving, I believe, with POC 11. I guess in a couple of days we'll all know. But anyway, so what I was aiming at is reach out via Facebook. Please don't plaster it all over the Facebook groups and YouTube channel, because it will be probably pulled down. But if you can find somebody that you know is in your area, reach out to them, send them a private message. Don't scam them or spam them or anything, but just ask them, hey man, I see you got your units, or are there any spare units? Put it out there. Would there be any issue on the Queensland page, John, to put out there and say, hey, has anybody got a spare unit?
No, as long as there's no spamming or scamming, you're absolutely fine. Yeah,
we're not interested in selling these. We're not interested in anybody taking advantage of anybody else. You come up with your own deal. I would suggest 50-50 is a pretty fair deal for everybody at the moment, because I can promise, as the person who's actually got the money outstanding, we're not making the big bucks that maybe people used to make a couple of years ago because of all the network issues and the growth. It's still very financially viable, but it's not that lotto ticket that everybody had maybe 6 months ago in the States. So reach out. Maybe you might be able to find somebody. If you're on the south side of Brisbane, if you're watching this and you're on the south side of Brisbane and you are waiting for a unit that is still many months off, guys, reach out to me. I've only got a couple of spare and they're pretty much all spoken for, but hey, who knows? And I know down in Sydney, I know that there are groups down there on our Discord channel that have purchased multiple units. You may be able to find somebody who is willing to do a temporary host for you. They are around.
Well, within saying that, I can't promise or reveal anything at the moment, but I am working on a deal where we may be able to do this for some of you guys out there, hosting some further hotspots. But I won't say any more now until I can confirm more, but there is a possibility that we may be able to help you guys.
Isn't it terrible when you're sitting beside someone you have no idea what they're talking about? He's obviously got some sort of secret here and he hasn't shared it.
I haven't told him.
You probably sent it to me via the Mockingbird and I haven't got the message because our units won't talk with one another. God damn it. Anyway, guys, I think that's probably enough dribble today. This was meant to be a short 5-minute video and it's turned into, like most of my videos, about half an hour. This is why I edit the absolute the buggery out of them, because I generally talk for 2 hours and then try and edit it down to 30. Okay, so...
Problems with live.
Yeah, problems with live. I can't edit anything. All right, congratulations once again to Johnny B. Thank you to our very generous donator. Congratulations to Variety for getting a small amount of financial support towards the cause. And congratulations to all of you for being on the call. And I will look forward to seeing you all very soon on the next Helium Down Under channel, or the next Helium Down Under call or video. And also I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group, whether that be the Queensland group, whether that be the Australian Early Adopters run by Bryce, or whether it be on our Discord channel. As you can see, guys, there is an abundance of means of reaching out. So don't be a stranger. Don't get frustrated trying to do this on your own. Don't feel like you're Robinson Crusoe. Whilst you are very much an early adopter getting in right now, you're definitely not the first, and there are many of us around that are quite happy to help. Definitely. With that, Helium Down Under.
I'm going to use this. Helium out. Does that work?
I've got no idea if that's the right way around on the video.
I don't know.
I don't know. And I don't know where the stop button is on this thing. So excuse me while I push around the screen and try and find some way of stopping it. Maybe it's this. No, that doesn't seem to work either. All right, here it is. Bye.
Are we still there?